I guess the conductor, the conductor said that following the offering that I'm going to say the presentation of the speaker, because if I introduce y'all to him, I wouldn't be able to do that because I think everybody here knows him. I keep hearing a few people say this is a pretty small church. It's 2 churches, and we all know him because he's our pastor. Now, I wasn't expecting to get up and present it, so y'all just let me know if you agree with some of the things that I say about him. I do know him. I've been knowing him for quite a while now. I think I was the practice for him, preparing him to have children. As a young man, when I made it to college, Sharon was coming out of college, and her and Brother Gillis got married not too long after that, and so quite naturally, quite natural. Wherever Sharon was, I'm moving in. So he had to accept me as a brother before he wanted to. And of course, it's a list of things that I probably did and ran him through that he's seen later on in life. But I know one thing that I hear not only other people, but him speak about is he learned how to share. Because he had to share. Sometimes he didn't even know he was sharing. And I'm gonna sit down. I just wanted to tell this story. When one year, neither one of us was saved, so it was homecoming, and I was gonna go to the homecoming get together or the dance or whatever that they had, and Pastor Gillis had this shirt that I liked. And so it was nice. Of course it was nice because I wanted to wear it. So I don't know. I think I recall maybe I might ask, because I'm not going to ask him. He's going to say no. So I'm going to ask my sister. And she was, at that time, learning how to say no. So I think she told me no. So I didn't want to take no for an answer. So I just waited until it was a good time for me to try on the shirt, and I took it with me. And I'll just put it on later on campus when it's closer to the time for the get-together. So I got my clothes on, I was looking real nice with the shirt, and I believe I had a pair of his shoes on as well. And so when I don't know if everybody knows about the Baby Dome, but when it's the basketball gym where we played, and they had the get-together there. So when I walked in, I made a right and was getting ready to make my circle around, and the first person that passed by me was Elder Gillis. And guess what he said? Nothing. So I want to start off by saying he's a good fella. He's wise beyond his years. But I heard Mother Wilder say that he was innovative, and we all know that he's an innovator. He's a hard worker, and I do a lot of jobs with him. And if he can go, if it's time, we going. If it's a distance, there's no distance too far to get it done. She also said, now I'm not sure about this one, she said energetic. Now at one time, I'm pretty sure he was. I'm not sure how energetic, but he's an energetic person. He is, and I say this all the time about him, he's a visionary. And if y'all know him, I've seen him start countless amounts of businesses. But he can see past what you think you can do. He sees past that. Like when I first came home from prison, he had a bunch of things that we could do that I didn't know I could do it. But it was like, yeah, we going. I don't know if he even says no, we can't. Or I don't know if he has the thought that we can't do it. But he can see sometimes further than what I can see in my own abilities. So I know him as a visionary. He's intelligent. I think we all know that. We see his offspring over there is intelligent, Mr. Intelligent Man. He's a versatile person. he wears many hats. And so being in a small district, in two small churches, not only does he show us about wearing the many hats, but he also requires it from me. So, and I don't think he's taking no for the answer, because he knows that it can be done because he does it. Now he's my brother, but I was thinking he's probably a good friend to have, because I've seen his relationship with him and his best friend, and both of them, I count them as good friends to have as far as people. In my outlook, he's a great brother. And y'all have heard me say this before, I don't like to call him brother-in-law, but he's my brother because ever since I've known him, he's acted like it, even though he probably at some times wanted to do otherwise. But and which leads me to say that he is, and I'm an eyewitness of this, and they both go together. He's a great first husband and a great father. And I've on many occasions in my life, even in the bad parts of my life, I've always looked up to him and respected him for the way that he treats my sister, and the way that he not only raised his kids, but for a little while, y'all, he raised mine. And he didn't even complain about it, or he don't never tell me now I owe him or nothing like that.
Amen.
But I seen him do that, and so I know him to be a great husband and father. And finally, the best example that he could ever did for me is be a great man of God. And I wanted to say great man of God. But I've seen him, I've known him on both sides. I knew him before he was a man of God, but he was a respectable man. But seeing him on this side is just a great example to have in front of me as I move forward and try to progress in my steps. So those are just some things that I could. Now I probably could sit up here and talk about him a lot, because we are around each other a lot. I wanted to put on here funny, but you know I just leave that alone. But he's a pretty good comedian. But I just wanted to say a few things about him, in my opinion. And so I'm sure after, are we having a selection? After the selection, if you would, I would like for you to stand and receive our speaker tonight, Elder Leroy Gillis.
Amen.